Welcome back. In this step, let's start customizing the header and the footer. In the header, I would want actually a number of links. I would want a home link, a to-dos link, maybe a logo down on the left-hand corner, and I would want something on the right-hand corner for login and logout. So how do we build that? That's what we would start with now. So in the header component, let's start customizing it. So what I would do is I would start using the HTML5 element header. So inside the header, we would need to have a navigation. So I'll say nav, and I would actually remove this div header nav. I would want to create a div with a link to in 28 minutes in here. So the first one would be a link to the in 28 minutes website. After that, I would want to have a unordered list to represent the two menu items I would have in the left. So ul li/li and ul li/li. And I'll want one more unordered list to represent the menu elements that we would want to show on the right hand side, login and logout. So this is kind of how we would see this stuff looking like. So login, logout, home, to-dos. So if you want to find more about these classes, go ahead to the Bootstrap website, search for Bootstrap 4 classes, and you should be able to find a lot more information about each of these classes. So I'll add a class called navbar because this is the navigation bar, and I'll add a class called navbar navigation to all the ULs. You can see how now the whole thing is separated out. Class name. So instead of class, actually it's suggested to use class name. And for each of the link, let's add a class called, let's see how this looks like. I'd want all these menus to appear one beside the other and not in the way they are present right now. So I'll add another class to this, navbar expand MD. So now everything appears next to each other. So all these login and logout buttons I would want to come over here. So I'll add a couple more classes, navbar hyphen collapse and justify content, and let's see what would happen. You can see that now I have in 28 minutes home to do's here and login and logout at the end. I would want to have a dark background, so I'll say navbar dark and background dark. Now the menu would have a dark background. That's cool. This specific thing is the name of the brand, so let's add another class on top of this called navbar brand. Let's save this and let's add a href to the website, http://www.in28minutes.com. That's cool. You can see that the menu appears, like the header appears a little better right now. And let's add links on top of each of these stuff. So we have home, to-dos, and login, logout. We would want to add links on top of each one of those, right? So let's get started with adding a link, right? So link to is equal to something, and inside that would be the home stuff, right? So home, the link to would be /welcome. To-dos, the link would be to-dos. Login, the link would be login. And for logout, we don't really have a component yet. We'll create one very soon, so I'll say logout. Actually, the link to home should be /welcome/in28 minutes. I would need to hardcode the username in here for now. We'll fix it a little later. And we saw that all the formatting got lost. Actually, we needed to add the class name on the link class. So let's add class name on the link class for each one of these and remove it from the li. I know it's like a little boring to just keep adding a little bit of classes here and there. I mean, you'd want your pages to look good. So that's why let's spend a little bit of effort to make sure that we have everything working fine. So home to-dos, home, actually this should be login. So let's change this login. Home to-dos, login and logout. So home to-dos, login. Logout will not work for now. We'll fix that a little later. So we have the header working perfectly right now. I'll see you in the next step. Until then, bye-bye.